Hey there, Postal here. So we've got a new event going on. I've got Interceptor, which is really nothing in my opinion. I wasn't even going to do a video on this one, but I'm throwing it in because there's a new event as well. So let's take a quick look. Interceptor, go through this very quickly. One time, if you deal 1,500 damage to aerial targets in a single battle, you'll get some equipment. Not equipment, I'm sorry, some mechanical parts, basically. Um, One time, if you do more than 25,000 damage to ground targets in single battle, you will get some weapon parts and flight instruments. Okay, so it wasn't really worth this, right? You should be able to get that hopefully in a couple battles. If you've got a bad battle or something like that, you just go back in. The first damage to aerial targets is only for multi-roles, fighters, and heavy fighters. The second one is only for ground attack and bombers. Last but not least, if you do 100,000 personal points in any number of battles, thank goodness, you can get 3 supply crates. They're not special supply crates. They're not whatever supply crates, unique supply crates. They're just supply crates. Okay, so feel free to hop on this weekend and get some supply crates while you do your normal thing. The whole reason I hopped on today, though, is because Rare Specimens is going on. Which is really why I'd like it if Wargaming gave me a 6-hour heads up so I could create these videos, and have them post the morning of rather than the night of. This is kind of a big deal. The Horton 229 and the Tu-1 are both on sale. I know they've sold the Tu-1 a couple times now. I guess they've probably sold the Horton 229 a couple times. They're relatively rare breeds, but that could change at any time. I was able to win the Horton 229, I think, and the Tu-1 for that matter. I think I had to pay something for a portion of the 229. I don't really remember. I'd have to look back at my videos. But so of these two, I mean, the Horton 229 is a good plane, but it's a fickle plane. I'll try to put a link to my 229 gameplay that I've got in the description below. I don't think it's a really good tier 8 premium plane to get. I mean, it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. It's fun to fly. But it's got 2 30mm cannons, and they're auto-loading cannons, so you can get 3 good shots, maybe 4 good shots out pretty quickly, and then you're overheated for 30 seconds. So like any 30mm cannons, they do really great when they hit, and they're frustrating the rest of the time, which is 75% of the time. I can't tell you anything about the Henschel 129A. Don't have it. But it's a tier 4 GA, premium GA. It doesn't look like it's got a rear gunner, so that would be frustrating as all could be to me. I would not want that at all. Might have a rear gunner. I don't know. It's tier 4 ground attack. I'm not really paying a whole lot of attention to it. To me, the bundle is about the Horton, right? If you want to go out and get a HS129A, that's not what makes this bundle, right? You do get a 8 skill point crew for the Horton, so I'm a pilot with 8 skill points, and you get some nifty paint for both the 129A and the 229. The paint is pretty cool for the 229. Again, I don't recommend this plane. It's more frustrating than it is anything else. And at tier 8, there's quite a lot of good premium planes. But I suspect we'll see a few of these out in the battlefield just because people are picking them up. Plus, it's $55. I don't really know about all of that. The second offer is the Tu-1 and the I-1629. These are actually both really good planes. I have both of them. I don't remember how I got the I-16 Type 29. It's a tier 4 multi-role plane. It's really solid multi-role plane, actually. It's one of those tier 4s that can kind of do a little bit of everything. Great maneuverability. It's got those rockets, and it's a fun little plane to play at tier 4. The Tu-1 is tier 7, so you're not going to be able to earn as much many credits as you would on the Horton 229, potentially. So the 229's got a higher potential cap, but the Tu-1 will just have more consistency. It is the only Soviet heavy fighter in the game. It has ridiculously good forward armament on it, 57mm cannons. It's got some supplemental cannons as well, so you can do a lot of damage in this plane, do some good sniping shots. It's just consistent, and it's a really good plane. And to be honest, most people I think will be able to actually make more silver with this tier 7 heavy than they would with that tier 8 regular fighter, just because you'll consistently do damage in the Tu-1. You'll consistently be in the top grouping of your team. An average player can do very well in a Tu-1, whereas an above average player can still struggle in a Horton 229. So hopefully that makes sense to you. On top of that, you're going to get a 7-point crew with your Tu-1, which comes with a rear gunner and with a pilot, which is kind of nice. You can use the Tu-1 for training up your GAs or your bombers, since they all have rear gunners as well. And maybe even the best thing about it is it's friggin' $20 cheaper than the Horton 229 because it is tier 7 instead of tier 8. That apparently makes a big difference. So $33 for this bundle compared to $55 for this bundle. One of the questions I typically get is, somebody wanting to, get a premium plane, and, what's a good recommendation for one, yada, yada, yada. Hopefully this helps a little bit if you're thinking about one of these two. Like I said, I'll put some links to gameplay in the description below. But otherwise, I'd recommend staying away from the Horton unless you're a glutton for punishment. And I'd recommend going for the Tu-1 because it's just a blast to play. Not that you need it, because you don't need a premium plane in this game. Anyway, rather quick update, but I just want to get this one popped out really quickly so that way people can take advantage of my blurb of information. And otherwise, I hope you all have a great day.